Hello, I'm Pastor Mary Bauer from First English, and I want to thank you for joining us in this small group study called In Uncertain Times, How We Join God in Fearlessly Loving the World. This first session is on the call to dream God's dream. I was reminded of the importance of dreams just this morning when I was at Vacation Bible School, and we were talking about the Israelites as they were on the edge of the Red Sea and seeing the Pharaoh's army approaching and how afraid they were. So I asked the kids, what are some things that make you afraid? And one of the young girls said, dreams, bad dreams. And it just made me think back to when I was her age, and I too would wake up that terrible dream of falling and or other dreams where I was being chased by monsters. But some of my worst dreams were not really when I was sleeping, but as I was laying in bed and thinking, having daydreams about bad things that could happen. I would fret about the safety of people that I loved and cared about. One time I remember going and standing at the door to my parents' bedroom. I knew I wasn't supposed to go in, but I was standing there and just sniffling and crying. And when they finally woke up and asked what the matter was, I said that I was worried about Grandma and Grandpa. I was worried about whether or not they were safe. I was worried that a fire was going to to burn down their house and that they wouldn't be safe. Now, what was the reality? The reality is that I was an incredibly well-loved child in a safe place at home, and my grandparents didn't have any threat of fire going on in their house. But my worries led to fears that I allowed to disrupt my sleep, fears that kind of dominated my thinking for a while. And I say that because I think that we can let the same thing happen to us. Instead of thinking of the reality that we are people loved by God, we're surrounded with community, we're surrounded with people who care about each other, who care about this community, the Fox Cities, both within our church and without. The reality is there's a lot of really good people out there, but sometimes we let other dreams, other nightmares crowd out those realities in our life. So our invitation is to dream God's dream, to see in each other all the gifts that we need to make a difference in the world. To start today, to step out of fear and to step into God's dream for the future. Thanks for joining us in this journey.